Well, I think the relationship really predates all of us. It goes back literally decades. So I think a few years ago we decided to formalize the relationship, and that began with sports medicine and the fact that our physicians serve as the healthcare providers for Catamount Athletics, and then we got into the era of the Ascent Partnership, which really formalized even more our overall relationship with the university and with athletics in particular. So it is really a meaningful partnership for the hospital, the university, and I think our community as a whole.
Quite simply, the partnership with Harris Regional is allowing our student athletes to practice and compete this year. Without the partnership, we cannot efficiently keep up with all the NCAA recommendations and requirements related to weekly surveillance testing for our student athletes and the cardiac evaluations necessary for safe return to play. To have a resource like Harris Regional just a few minutes away from our campus is a huge blessing for our department and especially to our student athletes. Testing to the level of the NCAA requirements is extremely expensive. The turnaround times between when you take the test and get the test results back, those are logistics that we cannot handle internally, and so that's why the partnership with Harris is so important for us.
Every Wednesday they show up at this building and we're ready to test anywhere from 75 to 150 typically student athletes. This is a good example of how working through those logistics help us help the community, because we are now able to offer this very same thing to local employers. If they have an outbreak of testing, if they have some critical mass of employees that just need to be tested, we now know how to do that. We've been able to broadly communicate that to the entire community, and we have a couple of our other community partners that are going to benefit from the fact that we had to walk through this process with Western Carolina University. So that's another example of how just figuring things out and leveraging our relationship with the university benefits the broader community.
Some of the challenges have been getting in the supplies that are required for the testing, and we're in good shape for that now. When we first did our first testing, the reference lab that we sent the samples to was a little long to get results back. So luckily things are going much smoother now. There's more testing available out there at other places, so I think that's helped relieve the reference lab. And so yeah, one of the challenges was making sure you can meet that requirement and get the results back within the time frame required. So we do have that under control right now, and then we've got some game days coming up in November we're very excited to help with, and so we're looking forward to it. The student athletes have been just a great joy to work with. One of the people I work with said that, one of the coaches said, "How are the guys doing? How are our boys doing?" They've been wonderful, very polite, there when they need to be, getting their stuff done, and they know it's what they need to do to get back out on the field. But we feel like we're getting to know them all personally because we see them every week now. So it's very exciting to see them every week.
These are unprecedented times. I think that's the word of 2020. And to see the impact on Western Carolina athletics is something that I think we all, as a part of Catamount Nation, have to pull together to support and create a sustainable future. For me personally, and for us as a healthcare organization, it was just not even a question as to whether or not we were going to figure out ways to support the student athletes at Western Carolina University getting back on the field and being able to participate as fully as they possibly could for an incredibly important thing for them individually. I remember meeting with leaders of the athletic department who were passionate about simply getting student athletes back to practice. I think it is essential that through the We Are One campaign that we individually and collectively support Catamount Athletics, because it is a part of the fabric of this community. It's going to be in the future. We are going to navigate through these unprecedented times, but the only way we're going to do that is by supporting each other and supporting those things that are important to us, and Catamount Athletics is absolutely important to us.
Well, I'm very proud and very thankful that I am a Western graduate. I was born in this hospital, and it means a lot to me that I was able to receive an education locally and work at my hospital I was born in, and to be able to help Western achieve their goal of getting the guys back out on the field practicing and the girls, and actually have some gameplay is going to be very exciting and rewarding. That shows that all of our teamwork, both here at the hospital and with Western, paid off.
I just want to publicly say a huge thank you to the team over at Harris. Steve Heatherly and his team have been tremendous for us. They've been great partners, great friends, great sponsors, great donors to the university for a long time. We simply could not have done this without their partnership.